Que pasa YouTube? Finally guys, they are here, the Durham Druddigons shirts. We also have hoodies, long sleeves, and zip-up jackets. A link to those will also be down in the description. Now we do have to sell 50, so if you guys would like to support the Durham Druddigons further by copying one of these shirts, then make sure to go check out the link in the description. So thank you to everybody who will hopefully be getting one. And let's go Durham Druddigons! Yeah, pasa YouTube, 6-foot hacks here. Got for you guys today, week 1 of the Valhalla Pokemon League. A little side league I'm going to be doing with the UCL. Now, I'm not going to be as focused on the VPL as I am on UCL. Of course, UCL does come first. The VPL is just kind of for my personal reasoning because I wanted to work on picking my draft, and then team building on my own. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the UCL I do have tremendous help from our boy Ellis, and I could make a whole video on just how much help Ellis is in the UCL. But he's not helping us this time because I don't want to put like that much pressure on him and all that. So I don't know if you guys would like me to do like appropriate team building videos for the VPL as well, which I guess I could upload like the day before. But on your screen you should see what my opponent brought, or what his draft is and what my draft is. I'm gonna keep it pretty short because I'm keeping him waiting. We're supposed to play in like 4 minutes. So I have Mega Lopunny, Torrent Greninja, Arcanine, Scarlet the Skuntank, Bruno the Registeel, and then Slowking here. And basically what I'm thinking he's gonna want to bring is Clefable, Weavile, Alakazam, Vaporeon, Mega Aggron, and then either Druddigon or Sandslash or maybe Manchow. I'm leaning more towards Sandslash and Druddigon than Manchow personally. Vaporeon could be a little bit annoying, but the idea behind this team is to get up T-Spikes, and then I can fake out and protect and just wear things down accordingly, and maybe Calm Mind, sweep late game with Slowking. So yeah guys, with that being said, let's get this. Okay, so I don't know if my sets, I don't know know what's going on. It's whatever. So he didn't bring the not the Weavile, but he didn't bring Weavile or Alakazam. He brought Typhlosion and Manchow. That's actually pretty fine because we do have a Slowking. We can still just get up T-Spikes, I want to say. One of these is going to be Scarfed. Volt Turning could be really annoying. Looking at leads, honestly I think I can just lead Lopunny. You too. Also, my opponent's link will be down in the description if you guys want to go check him out. So he's going to be leading off with this. I'm just going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and go straight for the Fake Out. Luckily with him not having Druddigon, I don't have to worry about taking unnecessary damage. And we are jolly because I thought that he would bring Weavile or Alakazam. We did have enough speed on this to outspeed Weavile. That was the basic idea. So he's actually going to end up bringing in the Sandslash. This could be Rocky Helmet, I'm thinking. No, he's not Rocky Helmet, but High Jump Kick. Actually, will High Jump Kick knock this out? Hold on. So this is one of the huge... Okay, for those of you guys who watch the UCL and watch the Wi-Fi battle, y'all will not know how huge of a help Showdown is when it comes to battling. So he could be offensive if he was bold. Fake Out shouldn't have done 20%. So a High Jump Kick I don't think will be enough to knock him out. It does 57 to 67. So no, we can either stay in, as he may go for the... Would he Earthquake? This is where I kind of wish I had Drain Punch. He could just go for the rocks, although a Life Orb Earthquake would really hurt. He could have Lum Berry, I suppose. So even if he has the Earthquake, we live a hit. And this will prevent him from maybe wanting to get up rocks. There's a chance he may knock off, predicting us to switch. He could be Bandit. I guess that would be pretty annoying. I'm gonna return here, I think, as we do a nice chunk of damage. He's actually gonna Super Fang, so that's really good for us because I think I can just High Jump Kick it. Is it worth High Jump Kicking here? So he has Super Fang on this, so this is really, really weak, and I'm guessing he predicted us to bring in Slowking. That wouldn't be a bad play. Why would he bring in Aggron? See, he's not gonna switch in. Okay, yeah, there was no way he was gonna risk Aggron coming in. As he ends up bringing in the Manchow, this could easily just go for U-turn. The issue, what would I switch in though? I could bring in Slowking, but that baits in Electabuzz, which he can freely Volt Turn. So I need to find a way to get in Registeel on this Vaporeon so I can get up my rocks. And I need to find a way to get up T-Spikes, because those are going to be huge in this battle, I think. So he's definitely just going to U-turn here. He should know that I don't want to stay in. Even though Arcanine is not max defense, we can eat 2 high jump kicks as long as he's not Life Orb. And if he is, then I guess I'll just switch into Slowking on that point. So yeah, I think I am just going to switch directly into Arcanine here. Wolfie coming in as he does make the safe play and U-turning. I wanted to stay in there. I really, really wanted to stay in. Harambel. No, I don't know why I said Harambel. So he ends up bringing in the Vaporeon. I mean, even if he burns Slowking, we can still beat this. Would it matter if he burns Bruno? What is Bruno doing in this match? I guess it's kind of stopping the Electabuzz, and the reason why we have Seismic Toss over Earthquake is because I didn't expect him to bring Electabuzz, or I thought he may not bring it. Plus, Seismic Toss does more damage to Vaporeon and to Aggron than Earthquake will do. So he can go for a Wish, he can go for a Scald. Honestly, Scalding would be his best play to do here. And I really don't want to bring in Greninja. Would it be worth getting up rocks? Vaporeon's gonna be really annoying to deal with. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring in Bruno here, as he actually goes for Toxic. Luckily, we did not switch into Slowking there, as I will be able to get up my rocks here. He's gonna go ahead and switch directly into Typhlosion. Now we do have the Protect, which is really, really great because we don't have to play a prediction game here. We can just see what he wants to lock himself into. As he goes for Toxic! Oh, trying to catch Slowking again. Does this mean he does not? No. Is he not choiced? Okay, now I'm a little worried that he's not choiced. He wouldn't double Toxic here. There's no reason he should do that. He's either going to switch into the Aggron or into the Vaporeon. I really want to switch into Greninja. I really, really want to switch into Greninja. I'm going to switch into Greninja. He stayed in! Oh, and he Toxics again! That's fine. I'm going to get up a T-Spike here, I think, as we'll force in the Vaporeon. That's really, really great. So now the hazards are here to stay. We do manage to get up a T-Spike. Would it be worth getting up that second layer? I'm not too sure if it really would be. What I kind of want to do here is just go for Dark Pulse, I think. I could also taunt. Actually, taunting wouldn't be a bad move here. I think I'm going to taunt, expecting him to want to go for Wish, maybe? Yep, so we catch him there, as I can just click Dark Pulse here and apply pressure to him. Actually, I think maybe 2 layers would be better to deal with Vaporeon. How much would he take from Dark Pulse then? Greninja. We are Life Orb. So Dark Pulse doesn't do too much. Scald will not knock us out. So yeah, I think I'm just going to get up the second layer here, as he ends up bringing in the Electabuzz. This is actually perfectly fine with me. See, I don't want to stay in because he could be Scarfed. And that would actually be really, really annoying. What I could do is switch directly into Registeel is what I'm thinking, because he's going to Volt Switch into either Manchow or Typhlosion. In which case, I can probably just switch into Arcanine or fodder off Greninja. Yeah, I think I'm just going to switch into Registeel here. Again, Registeel really isn't playing too big of a role in this match. If anything, it can just switch in to be able to take hits from this Electabuzz. So let's see, he's going to go for the Volt Switch. We got rid of his Rapid Spinner. He could get up Rocks here, actually. That wouldn't be a bad move for him to do. Do I want to switch directly into Greninja? Because he could Earthquake. See, by keeping... If I keep Greninja, then... Let's see. So... I'm gonna see... I'm pretty sure that was Scarf damage coming from Electabuzz to Registeel. Let's see... Registeel... Ah, no. I can't spell and I can't see. Electabuzz. Oh, we're level 100 actually. No, okay. So we are level 50. Okay, so yeah, I've been miscalculating here. So Volt Switch did about Scarf damage. So we know he's not Specs. So Electabuzz must be his Specs user. Is what I'm thinking. So, I mean his Scarf user. So these two could be Banded and Specs, respectively. So Greninja still comes in handy. I could switch into Arcanine is what I'm thinking. That's not a bad play either. Because then we basically force him out. The only problem with that is that he could go for Toxic, I guess. But I do have Healing Wish. Obviously I don't want to switch into Skuntank or Slowking. Actually, Slowking wouldn't be a bad switching because we do have the Fire Blast, I guess. Arcanine basically forces in Vaporeon, but I guess in that case we can switch out or just go for Roar on the predicted switch into Vaporeon. I don't know. See, I don't want to take the Earthquake damage, but at the same time, I just don't want to give him rocks for free. I think I'm going to bring in Arcanine here. I'm going to switch directly into Arcanine. We do get the Intimidate off. He is going to go for the rocks. So if I had switched into Greninja there, that wouldn't have been a bad play. The question is, though, do I want to go for the Flamethrower or go for the Roar? Honestly, he loses nothing in just switching directly into Vaporeon. I don't know why he would just stay in here. I'm going to go straight for the Roar. So this is where Roar is going to really come in handy because now we're going to be able to shuffle around his team as we do actually... Okay, so this isn't bad at all. This is not bad at all. Let's say he is Scarf. Now we do have 100 attack EVs on our Arcanine. Hold on. So E-Speed unfortunately does not quite knock out Electabuzz. But if I do E-Speed here, we put him in range of rocks finishing him off, I think. Yeah, because it'll do 40% min. So I can E-Speed here and just pick off Electabuzz and no longer have to worry about it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. 40% does bring him below rocks range, as that did 39%. Okay, so he may not... Is he Specs? Would he be Specs? No, because Specs would have done more. He must be Modest Scarf. Okay, so that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, Modest Scarf would be the only way that he should have done 38%, and he got a high roll on it as well. That's fine though, because we do have 2 Toxic Spikes up, which means instead of Vaporeon taking 6%, taking 12% every turn, it's gonna go and double every turn. So 6, 12, and then I think 24. It's 6, 12, 18, 24. Something, you guys get what I'm saying. So it's gonna be increasing every turn instead of him only taking 12% every turn. So he does have rocks up, which kind of suck. He could go for Toxic. We know he has Wish, Toxic, most likely has Scald, and maybe Protect. I don't know if he would have Heal Bell. If he has Heal Bell, that is going to be really, really annoying. How much did we take from a Scald? Scald does 60 to 71%, so we could get knocked out by a Scald here. Do I want to switch right into Registeel? The only problem with switching into Registeel is that he could go straight for the Heal Bell. I guess if he tries to Baton Pass, that would be a little bit annoying. But I mean, he can't bring in Electabuzz anymore. Yeah, I don't think Registeel is a bad switch in here. As he goes straight for the Scald, luckily does not get the burn, so now toxic damage will start wearing down this Vaporeon. As I could just go for Protect, I think I'm actually going to go for the Seismic Toss. Oh, he does have the Heal Bell, okay. That's actually really annoying. That is terrifyingly annoying. So he has Wish, Heal Bell, Scald, and Toxic. Okay. I think I'll switch right into Greninja here as he goes for the Wish. He could just go for Protect here. It doesn't really cost him anything. Oh no, he doesn't have Protect. What am I talking about? So I can Dark Pulse here. Maybe we could get a flinch. Maybe he predicted us to taunt. It does not matter. Unfortunately, Toxic will knock us out. Okay, so we didn't really gain too much there. I should have maybe taunted. That wouldn't have been a bad play. This Vaporeon is a huge issue. Because if I had taunted, I could have brought in Slowking and then Calm Minded. So I guess I should have thought that out a little better. We know that he doesn't have Protect. So let's see. Mega Lopunny should be able to come in here, I think. So Fake Out, from the looks of it, should be doing enough damage to where High Jump Kick should be able to knock out Vaporeon, I think. No, he could still actually live after rolls. If I bring in Slowking, he just really Toxics us. And then he can just Wish. I mean, regardless, he could Wish Protect. No, I mean, he can't Wish Protect. What am I talking about? So yeah, I keep thinking he has Protect, but he doesn't have Protect. So I'm going to go straight for the Fake Out here. He is actually going to switch into the Electabuzz. Okay. I mean, that's fine because him... See, worst case is that we forced him out. Would he have double Scarfer? He's not going to have double Scarfer. Or would he? Would he High Jump Kick here? What would he lose by High Jump Kicking? I mean, he 2 KOs Arcanine, I suppose. If he U-turns into Vaporeon... he's not going to go... I would say if he U-turns to the Vaporeon, he shouldn't go straight for the Toxic. He should try and Heal Bell first. Or he could Toxic, but then we could just bring in Skuntank, and Skuntank does apply some pressure to Vaporeon. I was also surprised he didn't bring Clefable. Clefable would have been pretty annoying to deal with. I can't leave this in. If he High Jump Kicked, we get a free switch into Slowking, and we get a free Calm Mind. Does Slowking win after a Calm Mind? Is the question. +1. So it'll be doing 30 to 34%. So yeah, I don't think he'll be able to beat Slowking if we get a free Calm Mind here. So honestly, in theory, I can just sack off Lopunny here. Yeah, I don't really need Lopunny at this point. I mean, I guess it's nice to apply pressure to this. I'm just gonna sack Vaporeon here. Because then I just get a free switch into Slowking and I get a free Calm Mind. And then I just win. Yeah, +1 Slowking just wins the match. Oh! Haha! So he does turn out to be Scarfed, and he did expect us to switch out there. So I don't know if he has Regenerator. I don't think he has Regenerator. But yeah, honestly, leaving in Lopunny wasn't a bad play because, again, +1 Slowking wins. So he basically has to play a mind game here on whether he wants to bring in Aggron or not. Please. Ah! That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So he has Toxic Rocks. He has to have Heavy Slam, and he has to have Earthquake. I can honestly still just save Lopunny. Like, Lopunny still comes in so handy. It's not even funny. So I'm going to switch directly into Registeel here. The only problem with this play is that I may have to double on the Aggron. Because I can't... Vaporeon getting a free switch in is really annoying. He actually doubles into the Manshao. Okay. Did he think we would bring in Arcanine maybe? I guess that would make sense. I just protect here, right? See, he's not gonna switch directly into it. Ah, okay, so I almost Seismic Tossed. This thought crossed my mind, that's why I was weary on protecting. I wanted to Seismic Toss. If he doesn't Scald here, then we get a free switch into Lopunny. He should want to go straight for the Heal Bell, I think. Skuntank isn't going to be doing much either. Yeah, I didn't think Vaporeon would be such a huge issue as it is. So I'm going to make a really ballsy play. Yes! Okay. Do I High Jump Kick? We already know that he can live one hit. High Jump Kick does 50 to 58%. So unless we get absolute max damage here, he lives. How much did Fake Out do earlier? Hold on, where is it? Oh, that's when he sacked off the Electabuzz. I'm gonna make a risky play here. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna Calm Mind here. I know he has Toxic. I know he has it. But we have to Calm Mind here. And... Actually, we knock him out here. Do we? No, he just switches into Aggron. Okay. I mean, that's fine, because Vaporeon's already severely weakened. Yeah, there's no way this should live anything. Okay, so we know he has Toxic on this. I know +1 Fire Blast isn't going to knock him out. I don't want to switch into Skuntank. I really don't. If he Toxics us, we can Fire Blast here, I think. Because I want to bring in Registeel, but the problem with that is that I don't think that after Rocks we'll be able to beat Vaporeon, and then we basically potentially allow him a free wish. We know he has Toxic, Rocks. He has to have Heavy Slam and Earthquake as his final moves. Arcanine actually wouldn't be a bad switch in here. I mean, if he Toxics us, he is still gonna be forced out, I think. But I don't know. Registeel. Ah! I wanted to Fire Blast there. Seismic Toss, I don't think will finish him off either. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, no. Seismic Toss does knock out Vaporeon. Does it knock it out at this range? It should. He's gonna go for Scald. Luckily, doesn't burn us as we get rid of the Vaporeon. So Vaporeon was a bit of a nuisance. Luckily, though, I think he kind of misplayed there by switching out. But I mean, I guess he would have been knocked out regardless. As he ends up bringing in the Aggron. I think I can just spam Seismic Toss now and just start wearing this down. So he does have the Earthquake as I expected him to do so. Protecting first wouldn't have really benefited me any, if any of you guys are wondering why I didn't do that. But yeah, I think at this point the game is pretty much over as he decides to try to switch into the Manshao. I'm not too sure why. I can just go for protect and see what he wants to lock himself into. We know that he's choiced. He is definitely scarfed in some way. As he ends up going for the drain punch. I mean, does it matter if he doubles? Not really. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if he doubles into aggron. I want to say that we have the game won here. I really want to say we have the game won here. As he ends up bringing in the Typhlosion, I have yet to reveal Scarlet. Scarlet has not got any action in this game so far. I mean, if he Toxics here, he should not be able to win the battle. Yeah, even if he Toxics here, he shouldn't be able to win the battle. But it's not worth risking Slowking, so I can just switch directly into Skuntank. As he Fire Blasts. Oh, come on, man. That's a little annoying. I'm just going to Sucker Punch. I could Pursuit. I'm going to Pursuit. Ah, got him. As he tries to bring in the Mienshao. I can just Sucker Punch. We do have Aftermath, so I mean that's a thing too, buddy. And he will be brought down severely, severely low. Typhlosion will not be able to live rocks and a turn of Toxic. So at this point, I can just bring in Arcanine and I think just pretty much win the game. Yeah. Should I just Flare Blitz? I mean, no. Should I just Flamethrower? Yeah, because Flamethrower should be a 2-hit KO. Actually, no. I think Morning Sun isn't a bad move here. It doesn't matter if he Toxics. Yeah, because I can just Flamethrower this, then E-Speed, Typhlosion, and Mienshao. And I think that is going to be the victory in our favor. So, that was a bit of a lengthy game. It looks like it's going to be around 41 turns, maybe? Even though it is 3-3, I think we were in control the whole match, more or less. As the Earthquakes there does 35%. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can just Flamethrower twice. If Flamethrower doesn't knock him out here, then another one is fine to knock him out. As he roars us out into Samson, I'm just gonna Fire Blast here. Ah, the nice Fire Blast. So, I was really surprised he didn't bring Weavile, Alakazam, and Clefable. That's mainly what we prepared for. But I'm guessing that's why he didn't bring them. It's fine though, as I can just slack off whatever this Typhlosion wants to do to us. He's going to go for the Fire Blast. Does a clean! It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Now Mienshao can come in. So he did have Regenerator on this Mienshao. It's kind of cool. High Jump Kick will not knock us out, and then Samson the Slowking is going to pull out the victory, and that is going to be a good game and the first victory for the Durham Druddigons in the Valhalla Pokemon League. So yeah, let me know if you guys would like me to do a proper team building videos, I guess, where it's not just me like doing this last minute. But I didn't know if you guys would like to see like actual team building videos for the VPL as well, which I could do. That would be really good for me, because that means I can get another upload out for you guys. But yeah, the team coming through, Vaporeon did turn out to be a huge issue, but luckily because he didn't have Protect, it was manageable. And then yeah, it was manageable, and Seismitoss really did come in handy to be able to beat it. But yeah, guys, check out my opponent. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and with that being said, I will see you all eventually. So thank you all for watching, guys. Later, bye.